The sun had barely risen when Meera started her day. She tiptoed past her sleeping husband and peeked into her 13-year-old son Arham's room. As expected, he was buried under his blanket, one hand dangling off the bed with his phone still clutched tightly. Meera sighed. "Arham," she called softly. No response. She entered the room, switched off the fan and pulled the blanket down. Arham groaned, pulling the blanket back over his head. "Wake up, you'll be late for school." 5 more minutes, came the muffled reply. Every morning began like this. A tug-of-war between a mother's patience and a teenager's resistance. And it didn't end there. Breakfast time brought more tension. Arham barely looked up from his phone as he nibbled on toast, ignoring Meera's attempts at small talk. His father, Adil, sat across the table buried in emails on his laptop. The silence between the three was loud, louder than any argument. "Can we just have one breakfast without screens?" Meera asked one day. Arham rolled his eyes. "It's just a video, Amma." Adil didn't even look up. "It's work." Meera's shoulders sank. This wasn't how she had imagined family life. There were no violent fights, no shouting matches, but the distance was suffocating. It was in the things left unsaid, the moments ignored, the coldness in what used to be warmth. After school, Arham would head straight to his room. The door remained shut for hours, and Meera wasn't sure what happened behind it. Gaming, scrolling, or chatting with strangers. When she tried to enter or ask questions, he accused her of spying. "You don't trust me." "No, Beta, I do. I just miss talking to you." Arham's expression softened for a moment, but the wall had been built. It wasn't easy to bring it down. That weekend, Meera found an old photo album while cleaning. It had pictures of Arham as a toddler, covered in cake on his first birthday, holding her hand during his first steps, grinning with missing teeth on Eid. Her eyes welled up. Where had that little boy gone? Later that evening, she sat with Adil. "I feel like I've lost him," she whispered. Adil rubbed his forehead. "He's just growing up. All kids are like this now." "But shouldn't we fight for something better?" she asked. Adil didn't answer, but her words lingered in his mind. The next morning, Meera made a decision. She walked into Arham's room with a box in her hands. "What's this?" he asked. "Memories," she replied, handing him the photo album. He flipped through it, chuckling at his tiny baby pictures. "Wow, I used to be this small." "You used to never leave my side," she smiled. "Now I barely see you." Arham paused, unsure what to say. "Let's make a deal," Meera said gently. 1 hour every day. No phones, no gadgets, just us, a walk, a board game, cooking, anything. He frowned. "That's weird." "Maybe," she said, "but sometimes weird is what saves us." To her surprise, Arham agreed. Hesitantly, but he did. That evening they played Ludo. The next day they baked cookies. Slowly something began to shift. Laughter returned, inside jokes were reborn, and the house felt alive again. Adil noticed the change. One evening, he closed his laptop early and joined them in a card game. It was awkward at first, but then he smiled. Genuinely. And Meera saw a glimpse of the man she had fallen in love with. Over the next few weeks, the new routine became their anchor. Not perfect, not dramatic, but real. They argued, teased, laughed, and remembered how to talk. One day, Arham came home from school and said, "Can we go for ice cream tonight?" "All of us." Meera looked at Adil. He nodded. "Why not?" As they walked together, Meera looked at the two people beside her, her son and husband, and felt something warm inside. This is what family is supposed to feel like. So, to all parents, if you're reading this, watch carefully. It's not about dramatic fights or screaming matches. It's the quiet disconnection, the invisible distance, the unspoken silences that tear families apart. This is what happens in every home unless you stop it, unless you choose to notice, to reconnect, to fight for the little things that build love. Not with lectures but with presence. Not with control but with patience. Not with punishment but with understanding. Because love doesn't disappear overnight. Just gets buried under